What's up, guys? I'm Cameron.
I'm Simon. We're here with Z1 Off-Road, and today we're going to be putting a 2-inch body lift on Cameron's Xterra here. So this is going to be super helpful. It's going to help Cameron clear some bigger tires and give his truck a much more aggressive look. So we're excited and we'll get to it.
Let's do it.
All right, so Cameron's getting the truck up on the lift right now. What we're going to do is pull the wheels off. We're going to pull the fender liners, and we're going to get the truck up in the air. You can do this in your driveway, on jack stands, but we're essentially just going to get the truck up in the air, and we're going to go through the undercarriage and essentially loosen up all the points that are going to bind, when we go to lift the body up that 2 inches. So that's going to be a few wiring harness things, a couple hoses. We're going to drain the coolant, drain the power steering, because we'll have, of course, replacement hoses for those. So that's what we're doing right now. Wheels off, and then running through to essentially a checklist of things to make sure that the body is going to raise up nice and smooth.
Look at those shocks. They look so nice.
What do you think about those?
Those are nice shocks. I'm excited to see how they do. Maybe we'll convince Cameron to jump it.
I think you've hit the record of you're the highest jumping Xterra.
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of other airborne Xterras.
Sorry.
It could be. It could be the record for sure.
I'm sure there's some dude in Dubai who has done a massive twin turbo kit on one and has yeeted it 100 feet in the air.
I feel like I've at least got the record in Georgia.
Absolutely, without a doubt. There's no doubt. Because you see videos of just patrols just absolutely yeeted into the air, just hucking them over sand dunes. That's how you know you off-road your truck, is whenever you use a impact wrench that just dust falls from random places.
We have to have a jump competition.
A jump competition?
Oh my.
Yeah, you versus side by side. Yeah, side by side.
We're just gonna total our
Who can total their truck first? The Z1 engineers go head to head in an all-out competition. The winner calls their insurance company. The loser drives home.
All right. Go ahead and get the fender liners out of here.
Okay, I'll start on the rear fender liners. I'll get started on those.
Sweet. So we got 3 screws here. Cameron's clips are missing, but there's a clip here, clip here, clip here, clip there, and then 2 more screws right here, and a clip there.
What the? I'm just gonna put the screws to each set. I was gonna put back tires right here and stuff. I don't know if that's. I don't know if you think that's a good idea, just to keep track of everything.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, because I know we're gonna have to move the arms and use it to lift the body too. But
yeah. Oh yeah.
So maybe we'll divvy it up over here.
Sure. I mean, most of these plastic screws are the same anyways.
Okay.
So only clip you have?
Yeah, 1 clip. I don't know. These fender liners come in and out a lot, and these clips don't usually survive, especially on however old this truck is. So you might have all your clips, you might not, but yeah. So this should be ready to come out, and that'll kind of expose what's going on back here, and then we'll show you guys what we need to loosen up before we start, raising the body up.
Oh, you forgot the outside screw.
Yeah, there's one hidden right.
He's
here.
sneaky. He'll get you.
There it is. Cool.
And then I believe we're gonna have to pull the front bumper off too.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug I'm gonna disconnect the fog light bulbs. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I'm just dumb. I was pushing on it like an idiot. I got it lift.
No.
Okay, cool. That's everything in the front bumper.
So we're gonna pull in the front bumper off. There's a 10 mil bolt or 10 millimeter head bolt on both sides in the corners here. That should be the only hardware that's holding this on, and then the bumper should just kind of snap out of place. So we'll need two people for that. We'll pull it off, but first I'm gonna get this hardware.
What about the grill? Are we gonna have to pop the grill out?
Yes, we will have to pop the grill out.
Sweet. Okay.
All right. Set that aside.
Come on.
Never been off-roaded.
Yeah, never off-roaded. Basically, one owner, low mileage.
Never jumped by Simon.
Never jumped by Simon. Actually, that's
Not
still
yet.
true.
Not yet.
That's true for now. Come on! All right.
So when you go sell yours, are you just gonna like send them, or like on the Facebook Marketplace ad, it's gonna be a picture of the car in the air?
I think, I don't want to jinx myself here, but I think the odds of my truck making it to that point where I could sell it are not the highest.
You're saying you're likely its last owner?
It does. If I were a betting man,
it should just pop out. Should. 10-4. Stand by.
is there any hardware?
What
on
are
it?
you?
I've never taken one of these facelift grills out. Is there
I have, believe it or not, but I just don't remember anything about doing it.
Oh, actually, we took Joel.
Oh,
Williams.
there we go. Okay, so there are, if you want to come look, there is this clip right here, which that guy goes into here, and there's another one just like it on the bottom. So you just have to kind of reach down and grab it. And the same thing on the other side, of course. Actually, I think there might be a few of those. Yeah, there's a few of those, I think. Okay, so there you go, you can see now. There's this clip, which will just like, you can just pull out, and it's the same thing on both sides, but then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And those you just like lift up on that guy and pull out. And this is the post facelift bumper. So the pre-facelift bumper will be a little different.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
Some clips right here. We got to pull these out.
Okay. Do those pull out? Those look like, they kind of feel like they're kind of one-time use.
We can place
There
them.
you go.
Oh, okay, no. That's kind of funky. Oh, that's a,
Is it just a rivet?
that's the weirdest clip I've ever seen.
That's it?
Oh, but like,
What's that? We can get them out with a pry tool for sure. That's it.
yeah.
There's a table there, or box.
Yeah.
I ran right into it.
Okay.
All right. So, got some more things to do here. One of the things is going to be pulling the crash bar off. We've got some brackets that will relocate it up 2 inches. But for now, we just need it off and out of the way. So I can't remember, that's either 17 or 19. It's a 17, so I'm gonna grab a 17 and an extension impact. We'll just yank this right off.
I broke a clip. I mean, like 8 out of 10 clips will survive. The rest are broken.
If you want to hold that side up.
You can hold this. Oh, actually, it's bolted to the skid plate.
Oh, yeah. Yep, it is. All right, so we got one bolt holding that in, but it is attached to the OEM skid plate. So, go ahead and knock that off real quick.
There's one more.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, go ahead.
All right, there it is. And don't lose this hardware. We're gonna need this. So we'll set this aside right here. So now we can start to see what's going on a little bit better. We can get the truck up a little bit higher in the air. There's going to be some stuff that runs along the frame that we're just going to have to unclip so that it, has some play. Then a couple brackets in the driver's side wheel well where the hard lines run down. We're just going to loosen those up. And if I'm missing anything else, we'll be sure to show you here in just a minute.
Coolant?
Yes, actually, before we even do that, Cameron's got a good point. We're going to raise this up and we're going to just drain the coolant out. You might be able to just drain it a little bit and let the top chamber of your radiator, spill out so that when you pull that lower hose, you don't have to completely drain the system, but we're just going to completely drain the system, fill it back up so we don't make a mess.
Oh, it was his lock started clicking at the same time as mine, and that scared me. Okay.
All right. We can go ahead and pull the skid plate the rest of the way off.
It's in better shape than I thought it would be.
Yeah, let's see. All right. Nice and clean under there.
This is also this is also a great chance to get rid of all the dirt that you have under your truck, because there's gonna be more than you think there is. This looked very clean on the outside before.
Yeah.
It's very dirty, so.
Also, a great time to do body mounts. Cameron's truck should be okay for now, but while you're here, this is a really convenient time to swap out your body mounts if they're worn, anything like that. Yeah. So before we drained the cooling system, we went ahead and obviously made sure the coolant wasn't too hot, not pressurized. And then we took the cap off the radiator and the reservoir so that it'll drain out the bottom just a little bit faster.
I bought this car used. There's been some things. Okay, cool. Well, let's jack it up again. Dude, it could be worse. It could be like some orange, ugly looking 350.
Yeah.
That lived in Jersey. Oh, can you imagine all the rust that thing would have?
I'm sure the undercarriage probably looks about the exact same as this does. Just more rust.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours is mud, his is rust.
Yeah, mine was put there. His started there and then turned orange. That'll do. It is still warm, but it's not like I just got done running on the freeway. Oh, what the? Okay, cool. That's a feature. It's a feature. I feel like it should be more blue than that.
That looks like water to me.
It does look like water to me.
Kind of green.
Like maybe a hair green, yeah.
They might have used green coolant, but it looks like it's been diluted with water
100%.
a lot of times.
100% there's water in
Well, at least we're gonna refill it with actual coolant.
Yeah. I mean, it cools better in the summer. Maybe they just ran water in the summer and keep the Xterra
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
there. How long have you had it?
I've had this truck for 3 months now, 3.5 months.
Okay, so you didn't have it in the winter.
No, it was fine. It's been, like, I haven't had it through the winter, but like, it's been running cool in the summer, so. And it's hot. It is hot this summer, so. It sees about 100 degrees every day. Okay, we don't need to fully drain it. We just wanted to get a pretty good amount of it out, because we just don't want, we have to pull one of the hoses off, and so we don't want to pull that hose off and just dump coolant everywhere and be dealing with coolant like that. So we want to keep it controlled at least a little bit.
The next thing we're gonna do is just drain the power steering fluid. One of the hoses, because we're moving the reservoir up, just needs to be extended. So to do that, we're gonna let all the fluid out. But to make that easier, I'm gonna grab, we have a pair of hose pinch pliers. Just gonna pinch that off, take the hose clamp off, pull that hose and direct it down into a little spill container. And then from there, once we're all done with that, we'll of course top it off with fresh power steering fluid. So I'll show you guys the hose that we're gonna replace. It is this one right here with the little piece of corrugate on it, or not corrugate, loom, corrugate loom. So I'm just gonna take a pair of pliers and I'm gonna pinch this hose so that it doesn't spill. Actually, to loosen this up just a bit. All right, sweet. That might work, it might not, but try and just minimize how much spills out here in a second. Then I'm gonna pull that hose clamp off. If I can get to it, it's kind of hard to reach. Yep, there we go, slide that up. And now I'm ready to yank this hose off, but it's gonna make a mess, so I've got a container underneath, and then I'm gonna try and direct this into a bottle here in a second.
Do you want the bottle?
Yeah, I might try and do it with the bottle.
Okay.
But this is gonna make a mess regardless, so just be ready for that.
Juice.
Cameron, would you mind taking these?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
Power
Oh.
steering juice.
There's actually not that much coming out.
That's good. That's what you want, right? It's working efficiently is what that.
Well, that was significantly less fluid than I expected. We're gonna check the reservoir and make sure it's completely empty. And then we should be good to pull that hose the rest of the way off. We'll replace it in just a few.
It could just be whatever's on the edges of the bottom of the container.
That makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna seal this back up and go put it in the fridge. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna empty this out into the spill container, and then we'll get rid of that fluid, clean up, and move on. So we're just gonna go ahead and install the hose now. This is our extended power steering hose that comes with the kit. We're gonna pop the reservoir out at the top, stick this on the bottom. We haven't completely removed the other hose yet, so we'll do that first. And then that'll keep this from dripping while we're working on other stuff. The hose, obviously, since the body's not lifted yet, is gonna be kind of bent a little bit. But once we lift the body up, it'll straighten itself out and be completely fine.
Are we going to be reusing the old hose clamps that were on there?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Wash
Okay,
my
and
hands
then
real
Simon, are we going short side down or short side up?
Short side down.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and install this on the bottom. So I'm just going to slide that over the hose. I'm going to try and get that at a better angle. Here. Nice. Just like that. Okay, that's snug and secure. And then I'll just shove this guy straight up.
I mean, if you want to, you can slip that piece of corrugate onto the new
Oh yeah,
hose.
let's do that. If you want to or actually, I guess we should bring it down a little bit.
Yeah,
and
we'll
if
have
you
to bring
wanna
it
undo the
down
clip-
and grab it from the top.
Okay.
This reservoir just slips out like this. So we're actually gonna slip it out. I might have a little retaining feature. I don't think so.
It should just does
Might
it
have
have just a
something.
tab on here that it goes into?
I think
Oh, I see what you're saying.
it just comes out. Came out on mine pretty easy.
There you go. Yeah, you just gotta wiggle it.
Nice. So we'll pull that one hose off the bottom. So that's the hose that's getting replaced, the one with the this plastic on it.
And then I'm just gonna pull that down.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so you can see this hose is a little long for, this height, but just putting this on here will, actually we need to put the hose clamp on first. Sorry, so,
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the corrugate too.
all right.
So we can slide that down into position.
Come on, baby.
Oh my gosh, I'm struggling less in here. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, and then what about this other hose, Simon? Is that one gonna be okay?
That hose is fine.
Okay. Does that look seated all the way?
Push it up.
There we go. Hose clamp is on the wrong side, of course. Okay, nice. Sweet. Just like that.
Cool. So yeah, now as we lift the body, we're gonna have some slack in that hose. It's gonna get taken up. We're gonna do the same thing here on this radiator hose right here, the one coming off the top of the radiator down to the water neck. We're just gonna pull this off, swap that out as well. This one might also spill out a little bit. We drained most of the coolant, so it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, and then we're gonna reuse these hose clamps as well.
Okay, those hose clamps are removed.
Will you remember what position that's in?
Yeah.
So I can. Tight fit.
Yeah, that's pretty snug on there. Oh.
Yeah, so
You want to pick?
It didn't even budge.
No, I didn't even move. Yeah, let's pick it out. I mean, it's been on there for 150,000 miles, so I would guess that it's pretty snug. There we go. Work it loose.
We tie a chain to it. All right.
Just
so-
make sure it's not a Cybertruck, though, or the whole bumper will come off.
All right. So it doesn't really matter that much, but essentially you're just going to match the position of this hose, how it came off to this hose when it goes on. So it kind of sinks down and to my left. So we'll match that. We'll put these same hose clamps back on here. There you go. All right.
Jeez.
So this can go back into place. The These are designed to be a tight fit, so if you have trouble getting it on there, you can either put some silicone spray or even just like a little dab of the old coolant. Just put it in here and then it'll slide on. So that's going to go from water neck down here back up to here. So
Another can if you need it.
So not much. Just gonna take that on there. So I'm gonna start with the water neck first because it's a little harder to reach. All right, there it is, nice and easy. All right,
There you go.
so this is gonna be kinked just because you know that it's not lifted yet, but once we lift the body, it'll straighten out.
Solid.
Sweet.
I'll go ahead and get those clamps installed. Probably, at least. I'll try and get those clamps installed. Okay, there we go. Nice. Nice. Sweet, that's good.
Oh, yep.
Rear bumper.
Rear bumper's got to come off.
Okay.
Of course, all the harness that runs along this side. Oh, we could also get the brake lines, or I guess all the hard lines that run over in the passenger. Well, we can kind of do that at the same time.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're just starting on the passenger side right now. We're gonna take this box off and we're gonna undo a few things here. We're gonna start on the passenger side, make sure that's ready, go over to the driver's side, and then we'll go on the rear bumper and all the trailer hitch connectors and stuff like that. And we'll make sure everything's ready to go. But we'll start right here. First thing we're gonna do is this little protective box. We're just gonna take a screwdriver and just pull back. There are 2 of those. Yeah. There we go. And that just pops off just like that. It's just a little cover. And then, what were we doing, Simon? We're popping this guy off?
Essentially, I just loosened, when we did this the last time, we just kind of loosened all the things and then buttoned them back up when, you know, when it was actually lifted. So like we took that, I think we popped the clip that was holding that big bulky connector.
Okay.
And just let that dangle, and that was enough.
Sorry. I'm just gonna gently, and hopefully without breaking this. Yes, let's go. I didn't break it. Just gonna disconnect that guy. I think what we're gonna end up doing is folding that guy up. But okay, cool. So that's disconnected. All right, so we're gonna take this wiring harness for your washer fluid reservoir. We're gonna pop these guys out, and we're gonna take care of this right here. We're gonna remove that clip, and we're gonna unbolt this. So we'll start right here though. I'll just whack that in there. Just pop that off. Can't quite see. There we go. Okay, those pop off. And this guy should be able to just like there we go. That just pops out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's loose, and then next up is this guy. The same thing here. You can also use like needle nose pliers. That works really well for these. Pop that out. Basically, we're just looking for anything that's going to be under tension when we lift the body. So, like stuff like this has some jogs to it, and that's going to extend itself. We've found, so that's going to be just fine. But I'm going to go ahead and unbolt this guy right here. And I think, yeah, there's a bolt here and a bolt here, and we're just gonna undo those 2. All right, so I removed this guy and that one, and this will just come off like that. Just like that. And so that should just be free hanging and loose. We're gonna just keep an eye on that when we lift everything up. Okay, here's a pro tip for you guys. When you're dealing with a ton of hardware, that's what I like to do. We're just gonna start threading that back on. So so that it has its home and that we don't lose it or forget where it goes, because that's really easy to do when you have a bunch of hardware. So just like that, we're gonna leave it there so that we don't lose those guys.
All right, so now we're moving on to the driver's side. We've got a few things we're gonna loosen up here. So you'll see these hard lines right here. They have a lot of, I guess, I don't even know what you would call that, just some waves built into them. And these are gonna stretch out just a little bit when we raise the body up, so that will be okay. We've got a harness that connects to the frame right here. So go ahead and pop this out. All right, so that'll give that some slack. All right, so some of this stuff we're gonna put back when we're done, but just to make sure that nothing breaks or gets pulled too hard while we're lifting, we're gonna go a little bit extra with it. We're gonna loosen up a bit more. So like this bracket, take that off. Oops.
I gotcha.
Thanks. Got that. So go ahead and pop this out. All right, and we'll just let this dangle right there. So that's good. See if I'm missing anything else. So we've got a clip up here. There it goes. Nice, so that's loose. We're gonna have to not disconnect the steering shaft, but just loosen this nut up a little bit. That'll give it some room to slide as we lift up on the steering linkage. Then it looks like that should be everything on this side. When we're doing the lifting, we're gonna go real slow and have essentially a person in every corner where we're lifting, just to watch and make sure that nothing's got too much tension on it. But from what I can tell, this seems like everything that we're gonna need to loosen up in this area, besides the steering shaft, and then we'll move on underneath the chassis. So I'm gonna grab, I believe the steering shaft is, what is it, 14 or 17?
I think it's a 14.
So we'll grab 14, loosen that up just a bit. 14 on there, just break that loose just a little bit. And don't need to pull that all the way off. Sweet. Yeah, so we'll move underneath the truck right now and then check all the harnesses running along the frame.
Yeah, got that custom trail exit exhaust. You can tell it's custom because of the way it is. I'm gonna take our Ugga Dugga, a 19. We're gonna remove our trailer hitch. Oh, don't do that. Okay, taking that guy out. Oh, I definitely smacked it into place. It was lower.
Yeah, there you go.
I definitely smacked this a dozen times. So it will rotate if you smack it. It has rotated a little. Okay, I just need a 17. Thank you, sir. A long bolt. Okay. If you guys want to hold that,
Yeah.
I'm going to set my bolts down. All right, they're going on the ground. Yep, that one's a 19 as well. Okay. I'm gonna leave that one in. It's still in. Okay. And then I'll just buzz this bolt out real quick. Okay. Last thing. Probably should have done this first. Pop my zip tie off. and pop this clip out. Okay, that should be it.
It's stuck on the top.
Of course it is.
Can you lower that side down, angle down?
Nope.
Oh, that's weird. I wonder how we did this. Oh, I think your exhaust might be in a different position than when we reinstalled this last time. Yeah, that's... Huh.
It's funny that there's a clip to disconnect it from the bumper, but it's connected
Well, the problem is the bumper has
to the bumper.
the harness, so we got to get the harness.
Sorry.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you've got it right there.
That's dumb. Here. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. So that's the harness. I'm gonna disconnect this guy. Or actually,
This whole thing should be good since you pulled that one.
Is this attached to the body right here?
No, that's the bumper.
That's the bumper. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's pull those top bolts out. Excuse me. So just as long as we can get this like up and out of the way of that bolt, like right there. Okay, it's still in. It's quite loud under here. Okay. One second.
Is this able to come out?
It should. Yeah.
Plastic, can you come out?
On top.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it comes out with it. You might have to open the hatch.
Hatch is open. Okay. Nice.
All right.
Man, if only we knew a guy that could design something that would combine these two things into one.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That'd be real cool.
Sounds far-fetched.
That'd be too cool. All right. Same with this. We'll just combine all three of those into one.
Nice.
Okay. So next step is just checking wire harnesses, right?
Yeah. We're just gonna run through and make sure anywhere a harness connects between the body and the frame that we can loosen that up.
So something really cool is the fuel filler cap. That you can just leave that in place. The hoses have enough stretch in them that they will be able to stay in the factory spot, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just run through, check for anything. Oh yeah, we did do some stuff on the brake lines, but I guess we didn't even need to do that.
No, we
'cause
didn't
that's
need
frame
to.
to frame.
Yeah, we didn't need to. Because it was up there, and we didn't need to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Trying to think, like maybe there's a clip here, but
And so, we'll keep an eye on this stuff as
Yeah.
we're actually lifting the truck up.
yeah, most things do connect to the frame, so that's really nice. Feel that.
A little taut. I think you could.
And pop it out and zip tie it.
Yeah. So we can go ahead and take out the bolts holding the body mounts on. We're gonna run through those. I'll show you where each one is. And then from there, we're going to set the truck down on the ground on jack stands. And then we're gonna move the lift arms up under the cab itself. And we've got some rubber pucks that will keep us from damaging it. And we're just gonna very slowly lift up. We're gonna have some friends around to watch each corner and make sure that we're not binding anywhere. Obviously this would be a little bit different if you're on the ground using jack stands, but the concept's still kind of the same. You're just gonna lift up very slow, keep an eye on things, make sure you're not putting too much tension on anything. So we're gonna have a few body mounts. We've got one back here. It's hard to see, but it's,
You can see it on this side.
oh yeah, right here. Symmetric to the other side as well.
Oh, it's up here. Back up here. This guy.
So there, and then another one right here, right below the passenger door. Then if we come up here, there's another one towards the front of the car behind the fender. And then the last one is going to be in the very front here. And like I said, that's all the exact same on the other side. So we're gonna pull these bolts out. We've got longer bolts to replace them with. So one thing we're also gonna do is pull these covers off the back section of the fender. And like theoretically, I could get to this bolt, you know, with a wobble socket. But when we go to torque this at the end, we're gonna be real careful to make sure that we go to the factory torque spec. And to get a torque wrench straight on this, we're gonna need to come straight at it. So we'll pull this off, and that'll make it a lot easier to get to it.
Screwdriver. Yeah. I may just leave these off, if I'm honest.
Oh, one more.
Do you want a regular screwdriver?
I got one.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
I thought you were trying to use a stubby screwdriver too. I was like,
I get a sort of step.
oh, that's the better kind of stubby screwdriver.
All right, sweet. Well, I'll set this on me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave those off,
Okay.
if I'm honest.
You want to put the screws back in?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I've got my 17 millimeter and a big old extended socket, well, a big old extension, and we're gonna just start cracking these loose while Simon gets the jack stands all set up. So we're just gonna.
You can pull them all the way out.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, because I mean, as soon as it comes down, we'll be ready to lift it up.
Okay.
Make sure you save there's going to be a few oversized washers. Just save those. They'll need to go back on with the new hardware.
Yep, can do. Actually, I can just. Close enough. Joey's shaking his head at me. What? You dropped that, man? You missed it. I sure would like to. Yeah, he knows that it was me.
Yeah, I know. You're always the offer that helping me drive.
I do my best. What is progress without a little bit of pain?
Yeah. I don't think there's any hydraulic fluid in there. Oh,
That's
sorry.
not quite straight. There we go. I'm just loosening these up, really, so that when we lower it down, it's not going to just be sitting there by gravity alone. That one was hefty. That's a good sign.
That looked like it was tightening.
Nope.
Yeah. That's tightening it.
No, it's just this is rotating.
It's rotating the wrong way. Oh, weird.
So
That's
breaker
crazy.
bar.
I think that impact might be on its way out because
Battery's at half, so that's like, it's only got what, 300 pounds of torque now?
Good thing we sell it.
Yeah, good thing.
here, let me do an
on
experiment real quick.
zeronoffroad.com.
Do we really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great tool.
Milwaukee tools.
Where'd that?
That's sick.
Can I try that 17 real quick on this guy?
Yeah, do it.
If this one works, I think we should get a new impact. Oops, keep slipping.
Here, do you want an extension? It might make things easier.
Yeah. Okay.
That one's,
It looks
This-
bad.
think this one might have had some percussive maintenance, if you will.
We've had some days.
It's.
Sure.
Do you want to just like try and
You sure Simon didn't
send
drop
it?
it?
Dude, I know, right?
Oh, he took these off of his and put them on yours. He's like, he'll never know.
There you go.
I don't know.
Oh shoot.
That doesn't look good. So it's a good thing we're replacing it.
Yeah, maybe pre-jump, pre-flight check is body lift, because then you can replace your rusted, corroded, barely intact. Look, it's got like a chunk missing out of it.
I feel like you could break that with your hands.
That's not safe. Look at, there's like a crack in it right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Let's see. Let's see if we can try to see it. There we go.
Like, there's a crack in that bolt right there.
So we're gonna bring the truck down and we're gonna set it on jack stands under the frame and the front cross member. And then just to be safe, we're gonna take a floor jack or two and we're gonna support the rear axle just a little bit. And then from there, we'll have all the bolts out holding the body on, and we can raise the body up independently of the frame. The frame will stay behind on the floor, body will move up with the lift, and then we can put our lift spacers in. So should be good.
Let's do it.
All right, so I'm gonna come down and get it closer just so I can see a little bit better where the jacks are gonna need to go. We'll align the jacks and then bring it the rest of the way down.
I'll watch it for you. Keep coming. You got plenty of space.
The rears.
Yeah, we're okay.
Okay.
And fronts are close. Pause.
Okay. So we might have to lower the front because I don't think the rears are close yet. Are they kind of close?
Yeah, so I will lower the rear, or let's lower the rear to where we want it, and then just before we get to that spot, I will lift these up to where they're even.
Okay, sweet.
So that's the highest position that's safe?
Yeah.
Okay. You should be able to go behind it, right?
It comes more rearward, like closer, because once it comes down, we can just swing the arms out the rest. I'll bring the jack stand farther back.
Well, we can, but the arm is gonna hit the jack, so we'll have to unlock it. But we can unlock it, that's fine.
Because then we have the engine is on the other side of these jack stands.
Yeah, so we won't have to worry about it tipping.
Yeah, it's not gonna be as tippy. Okay,
All right.
go ahead. And pause, please.
Oops.
Okay.
You're still fine over here.
All right.
All right. Front is looking good. Go ahead.
Touching.
We're on the jack stand over here.
Yep.
Good in the front still?
I think we're on all four. Yep.
All right, stop.
You may have to come down just a hair.
Just a little bit though.
What's that?
Come down just a little bit.
There you go. There we go. Nice. All right, and then let's rotate all four of those out. Oh.
That one should be okay to go down all the way.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's keep going down.
Okay.
Just pause here for traffic.
Okay, cool. I'm bringing the arms all the way out. Whew, we're getting there.
Good. Should I come down the rest of the way?
Yeah. That's fine.
Cool. So we'll make sure we got all those bolts all the way out.
I'll just go
we can
start
start
around
lifting
pulling them out. Nope.
And Cameron knows this. This was his idea last time, but we just kind of left the bolts in the position of where they go, so that we make sure the right hardware goes back in the right spot when we're reinstalling it.
Yeah, because you'll see right here in just a second. That's the difference between the hardware. So some of them have that big old washer, like that guy, and others have a rubber bushing. So it's important to keep them in the same spots. All right. Pull that guy out. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Ah, see? Gotta make sure that hardware comes out with it. Should be the last one. I think that one's already out. I think Simon took it out. Okay, I'm gonna grab a... Oh, that one's all crusty too. Check that out, man. That's just... That's what's holding the body of your truck to the frame, so. Woo. Good. All right, cool. I think that's all 10 of them. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is out. Pull that off too. Shake the dirt out of it. My goodness. Oh, so yeah, there you go. So these have like a built-in cap to them. So it's a rubber bushing on the, that's all cracked. But there's a metal cap to the top. So that's acting as your washer. Okay, cool. That's all 10.
All right, so Cameron just took all the original body bolts out, and this is what we're gonna replace it with. We've got bolts, washers, and spacers. So all we're gonna do, they're all the same. We're gonna go ahead and put one in each corner, and we're gonna have a few people sitting around the truck, and as we raise it, we're gonna keep an eye on harnesses and hoses and whatnot, just watching and listening for anything to make sure we're not putting too much strain on it, or really any strain. And then we're gonna size these up periodically, and as soon as we get to that 2-inch height that we need, this will fit right in place, and we'll start installing them. So yeah, I think we're about ready to do that. The way we have this set up right now is we've got, the frame is sitting on jack stands.
Go ahead and show 'em.
And the lift arms are, we've got a wood block and then a pinch weld protector. We're gonna lift up by the pinch weld very carefully. Yeah, and so we're just gonna keep an eye on it, and then once we've got enough room to slip these spacers in, that's what we'll do. So I think we can get to it.
Yeah, only thing I can think of to mention is this front pinch weld lifting point. We have one of the body mounts just behind it, so you're going to want to make sure that when you're lifting this, that it can go up 2 inches at least. So if we were to just throw this on like normal, it would just go straight into the body mount, and we wouldn't be able to do this. So you want to make sure that when you're lifting it, all your body mounts are clear and that you can go past them. So,
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're ready to get lifting this, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready back here.
All right, here we go. Everybody still good?
It looks good so far.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
What's that?
Just a second. Okay.
Yeah, we're good back here.
Yep, go ahead.
We got a little click.
How we looking?
Did we remove this hose?
Oh, I think it was the
No.
lower radiator shroud might need to come off. It does need to come off.
The lower radiator what? Oh,
The fan shroud.
Did we take that off?
oh no, we did not take that off.
So,
Okay, go ahead.
all right. So one thing we're also going to need to take off is the lower fan shroud on the back of the radiator. So I'm going to bring it back down real careful. We'll pull that off and then we'll keep lifting up. Should be good. All right, everybody good?
Okay. This is gonna make oil changes really easy, actually.
All right, where is that fan shroud?
It's right here.
Do you know how to remove it?
I can't remember. Let me look.
With mine, it just kind of fell
I think
off.
yours just kind of fell off. I don't think we thought of that. Oh, it's so bad. All right.
You need some glasses?
No. Okay, if I just
Oh, there it goes.
I just kind of wiggled it loose on the other side. Heads up, we got the oil cooler. Okay. Okay. Good try out.
Sweet. So
That should be good now. Let's check.
I hear a noise.
Only thing.
Oh, we got a little tension up here, so we got one more thing we got to disconnect.
You want to come
So,
check this?
Come back down.
Which one is it?
That one clip going where the harness meets.
Oh, this guy.
Right here.
Let me see if I can get.
Oh, yeah.
So we got a clip right there. Right there.
Yeah, if you grab a needle nose, please. Thank you. Okay, that's loose. I have so much dirt in my eyes. Wasn't it? Oh no, it was this guy too. Right, Simon?
Oh, didn't we have to like loosen it with a bolt or take a bolt out or something?
I think we did. I think we took that bolt out. Yeah, this guy right here. So this bolt right here, it's on the other side. We're gonna have to just take that out. This harness right here is tight already. So, and we're only about, actually we're pretty close to lifted. But we're just gonna make sure that that bolt is removed so we can loosen up that harness.
You're
Okay, hold on.
do I have the wrong size?
You get a 10?
Yeah.
Nice, teamwork makes the dream work.
Clip. We can get a picture of this. Right there. You can
Little
actually
snack
probably
for
see it a
later.
little bit better from the inside where Cameron
I'm
is.
actually gonna just send it right here, because why not? Almost there. Okay,
You're good in the back?
back is good.
All right, we're good in the front.
Okay, so let's go ahead and slide those in then.
Sweet.
How close is that? Okay, it's only about a ½ inch off in the rear.
Okay. So we got the truck raised, or the body raised high enough that we can slip the spacers in all the corners. So that's exactly what we're gonna do, and we're gonna make sure that we take the washers and little balance, what do you call those things? We're gonna make sure we bring all the hardware from the original bolts onto these new bolts that we're installing in all the exact same spots.
Gold.
Yeah, they look gold. They're yellow zinc, so they should be really corrosion resistant. The super nice hardware as well. These are grade 12.9 bolts, which is important. You know, it's a super critical part of the truck.
again?
So we wanted the best bolts we could get.
Okay.
Should be good.
It sounds like we're gonna have to go up just a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get everything in that we can,
Yeah.
and then we can go up as much more as we need to. So, does this one have one?
Safer.
Yeah. Does this one have one?
Not yet.
Okay.
First one's going in. It's the easiest one.
No.
We might actually have to come down to get the threads to catch. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Let's get everything started that we can, though.
Quite.
Give me a sec.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so the threads are started on that one.
And you got this up over here.
That one started. Same thing as Simon just did.
Okay, which one was it going in? Okay. That should be all 10. Let's double check. Front's on that side. Front on this side is good.
Very fun, yeah.
Yep. Okay. This one is in.
Did we get
This one
the
is in.
very rears yet?
Rears
Very
are both in.
rearmost?
I need hardware for both of those.
Which
Just give me like 3 of them.
Nice.
So. Find
What's
it.
that? Okay.
Please try to remember those letters.
Yeah, got you.
What the frick? There we go.
You're just getting them like loose tight.
Yeah, we're just getting them threaded, just started as much as we can. And then we're gonna, because I think a couple of them have had they're not
Did you
quite
get
close.
that big washer on that one?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. So we got our, yeah, so there's the difference in hardware. So it's the same thing, but just 2 inches longer. So go ahead and throw that guy in there. And
So I just got done threading this one in. I took the original bushing, you know, that was on that bolt that was in this position, stuck it on the new bolt, and threaded it up into place. Got a couple more to do, and then we can bring the lift back down and start tightening everything back up. So yeah, we'll just knock out these last few.
okay, rear 2 are good. Whoops.
Sweet. This one, it's got a big oversized washer. So I'm just gonna actually put that underneath the washer that comes with the kit. And that is gonna go right up here in this frontmost position.
Are you getting them hand tight?
I was threading in what I could, but I guess it'll be all right either way.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go. That one is pretty snug. That was
Oh.
somehow our lowest one.
I see.
Okay, that one's snug. That one's snug. Back two are good.
Cool. Yeah, I guess we can bring it back down and tighten those up, right? Anything else?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, So we're gonna have to modify the rear bumper a little bit. You know, if you've got an aftermarket bumper, it may or may not be compatible with the body lift, but what we're gonna do, since Cameron's got the OEM bumper, is cut off a little bit of material and then we're gonna re-drill the holes where they are, but just 2 inches down. You know, we raised up the body 2 inches, so we'll raise the bumper up 2 inches as well, and then
we have a set of brackets for the front that will
Yes.
offset the front bumper too.
yeah, that's right. So I can show you guys where we're gonna cut and what we're gonna drill. We've actually already got that marked out.
Do you want me to go ahead and lower everything down onto the frame?
Yeah, maybe while I cut this, we could lower it,
Okay.
and then
Yes.
start torquing things
Okay.
back.
I'll go ahead and torque everything to spec while you go ahead and take care of the bumper then.
Yeah, that works. So we went ahead and measured this out. Basically, I went 2 inches down from this hole, put a dot right there, and then I went 2 inches down from this hole and put a dot right there. And this is gonna be in our way, so we're just gonna cut it off. And then the last thing we're gonna do, this unfortunately will contact the frame, this corner right here. So I'm gonna take a pair of, I can either cut this off or just take a pair of vice grips and, you know, a cloth so I don't scratch it up, and just bend this out a little bit. So we'll do that, and then this should be ready to go back on. All right, so as I showed you guys earlier, we had a hole marked down 2 inches from this one and 2 inches from this one. I just drilled a pilot hole. Now I'm gonna take a step bit and I'm gonna step these up to about their original sizes, maybe a hair higher, just so we have some room to play with, like adjustment wise. But it's likely that this one's gonna overlap onto this one. That's okay, it'll just kind of make a slot, and if we need to, we can grind it out to, you know, form an actual slot. But I made sure to drill the holes before I cut this lip off so that I can be extra careful not to remove any material down here that overlaps onto our hole. So that's why I drilled these first. I'm gonna step them up to these sizes and then we'll cut that off and do the other side. So easiest way to do this, you can see this goes in all the way to about the second rung on the step bit. So I'll just do that on the holes down here. All right, so we got that one. Didn't actually overlap, so that's nice. Now we just gotta get the next one. So now we're ready to cut this lip off of the bumper. So I've got a cutoff wheel. We're just gonna follow that blue line and get it nice and flat. I might actually use a different tool for this. I've got a little I've got a reciprocating saw that I think might actually get this corner a little bit easier, so I'm gonna switch over to that. Nice. This blade is overkill. We don't need a blade this long. This is what I had in my toolbox, but ideally we would use a shorter blade, but that's okay. We got it cut nice and good, so we're gonna do the other side. So once you've got these steps done on the other side, the last thing we're gonna do to make the bumper fit is just kind of bend these tabs out kind of flat from here. And that is just because the frame comes up right to this spot. So we need a little more clearance here. We could also just cut it, but we've had good luck bending it in the past. So I'm gonna take a rag and vice grips or maybe even an adjustable wrench and just bend this up. And obviously this isn't the prettiest thing, but you won't really see this all that much. We can clean up this sharp corner with the angle grinder and then touch that up. I think that should do it. Oh yeah, I'll get this edge just a little bit more. Sweet, that should do the trick.
So torque spec for these is going to be 65 foot-pounds. Double check the install guide for that. Pretty sure that's what it is. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start on one side and force my way all around, torque them all up, make sure they're all nice and snug.
Okay. 65, cool. Whoop. $64.3, we'll go a little more. Nice.
Now that segues into our ad. Z1 Hot Box.
Oh yeah. We'll go a little past that since we got a torque or a big extension on there. All right, now that we've done that side, we're gonna just do the exact same thing on the other side. There's no difference between the two. So go ahead and do that next. So while Simon was doing all the work on the rear bumper, I went ahead and I put the rear fender liners back in. I'm working on getting the rear tires installed. And then I'll show you up here. And then I was able to disconnect this guy from this bracket, and it allowed me to reinstall this and keep this fuel and evap line supported. The rest of these brake lines, those are going to be just fine. And then I did a similar thing on the other side, just kind of reinstalled everything, got it put back together. We're getting ready to put the rear bumper on, then the front fender liners, front wheels, and then we're done. So we're getting close.
Yep. The toe structure is going to be a little different because unfortunately we can't re-drill the holes for these. There's no material to drill into. So that's going to be okay. We're just going to have a little bit of a gap between this structure and the bumper, but we think it should look fine and we're excited to see how it turns out. We can lift the bumper up, kind of feed the bolts in all at the same time. If you want to help guide it into place.
Yep.
Man, my fingers are close to getting pinched.
Yep. Just about there. Okay, so I'm gonna take these shorter two. They're gonna go in the top holes. The way this is gonna be easiest, we're gonna do that smaller 17, or this shorter, there's two lengths. We're gonna do the shorter one in these top holes, and then we're gonna do the longer ones in the rest of the holes. I'm just getting those close. I'm gonna wait to crank those down until the bumper is installed.
So we've got to take a little bit more material off in this corner if we're going to try and install that toe structure back in place. This just overlaps onto one of the mounting holes for the toe structure, so simple as just cutting it right off, so that's what we're going to do. So of course I found a much better blade right after I made that long complicated cut, so luckily I have it for this last bit, so I'm just going to cut this right off. Should be good. All right, same thing on the other side. We're just gonna flip it around and I'll start it with the angle grinder just so I have a nice place to groove, I guess, to set the saw blade in, and then I'll rip through that.
Okay, so these are the offset brackets for your front bumper. These are just gonna bolt on just like that pretty much actually. So we're gonna do that on both sides, and we'll use the old hardware to bolt it back onto the frame, and we'll use the new hardware to bolt the bumper back on. Easy enough. Oh, wow, I'm amazed you got those out by hand.
Yeah, it's got powder coat in the threads.
So. Okay, I'll tighten those up. Yeah, so all these do is they just shift those bolt holes up 2 inches. So that's all we're doing.
There you go.
You want to just start those?
Yep. You get the other 15?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, let's go.
And then there should be 2 more.
And then I'm going to use a extension.
Extendo.
Okay, and I'm just going to start these by hand so I don't strip them. Yeah, it might be easier if I could like see. If only there was a way I could lift this truck up and down with ease. That would be just too convenient. All right, I'm gonna just, oh, I guess I have it. Okay, so I'm gonna crank down on the bumper. God, that's so loud. Oh, it just rings your ears. Goodness gracious. Okay. Okay, cool. So we got everything installed. Oh, yeah, that's really loud. Make sure you wear ear protection if you're going to be using impact tools. We got our holes drilled. We got our offsets, correct? We got everything installed. As you can see, the hitch sits just like a little bit lower. It's honestly not too bad, and we're just going to send it as is. We cracked one of these guys, so we're going to fix that real quick. But yeah, otherwise this is ready to go. We're ready to go do the front bumper now.
So the OEM radiator skid, I guess if you could call it that, it's pretty flimsy, isn't going to bolt back up, you know, because we moved the bumper up 2 inches. So here in a couple weeks, we're going to upgrade Cameron to the Z1 front skid plate. But in the meantime, we're going to put everything else back together and call it a day. We'll get some coolant back in the radiator and send them off.
I think all that's left is put the front fender liners back in, fill up the radiator, put the front grille back on, and
power steering fluid.
We did power steering fluid already.
Okay.
I don't know if we mentioned that. We did power steering fluid a little earlier while we were waiting for something. And then now we can just put the wheels back on after that, and then we'll be done.
Yeah, cool.
Right? Okay, cool.
So we replaced the clips that hold the bumper on right there. And now we're ready to put the grill back on, nice and easy. Oops, so we'll snap that in place, seems good. I think it's good, yep. And then we'll just grab those clips on the top. back clip. Sweet. Grill's back on. We'll button up this fender liner.
I just finished putting the fender liner back in. This side's good. I'm about to go over to the other side and do the other one.
I beat Cameron to the fender liner on this side, so I'm just gonna get this installed for him real quick.
This guy.
Couple more along this
Put my torque wrench.
back edge right here.
We're almost there. Getting there. Okay, last thing we've almost forgot. Almost. We're not perfect. Make sure you tighten up that bolt on your steering linkage. That's very important. Please do not forget that. It won't have to get reclocked, but you can see it, maybe you can see, it just barely moved. And that tiny little bit of movement is gonna keep it from squeaking or making weird noises. So that's why we unbolted it, that's why we loosened it up. We just wanted to make sure that there's no binding in the system at all, because steering's really important. Can't do anything without that. So that's tightened up, fender liners are in. We're just gonna go through and we're gonna double check everything, but all that's left is to put the spare back in and throw the front tires on, and then that's it. I just wanna torque the wheels before we go. Putting more coolant in it.
Hi, I'm Simon from Z1 Off-Road.
We're putting some more coolant in it because we drained it all. So this is last step. And then we can take a look around and
What kind of coolant?
some blue coolant.
It's definitely not.
It's blue
degreaser.
engine juice. That one's the pressurized cap.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Wait, I thought you were Simon.
I'm Simon.
Who are you?
What are you doing here?
So one more thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start it, turn the heat on so we can cycle all the coolant to every little bit and we'll get it burped. Okay, it didn't jump any coolant out, so the head gasket's good. Yep.
Usually about where the seam is.
Oh, I see it now. Okay. All right, so we have our body lift installed. This is the complete product. If you guys are interested in doing this to your own truck, you can head on over to z1offroad.com and get yourself a body lift for your Xterra. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.